Lounge again, and I'm joined here by another MVP who in fact is speaking for the first time because he was the the Speaker Idol winner, which is almost our version of Pop Idol winner, and you won that last time in Barcelona, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And well done on your session, which you've just done. So Kurt, tell everybody who you are and what your MVP expertise is.
Okay, thank you. Well, my name is Kurt Claeys, coming from Belgium. I'm really a .NET community geek. I do a lot of community work in the Belgian community. I just founded my own, not my own, I just took the initiative to create a user group on Azure. I'm really into Azure. My focus was always WCF, and now I'm shifting to .NET services, Azure as a development environment. And I also did a presentation today, just was done. We had a full house. Everybody was very interested in how to work with Azure. I just showed very much code. Instead of having slides, I presented a big demo with a complete application that I created running in Azure and working with .NET services. And the audience really liked it. They're really interested. They were all developers interested in learning the new stuff.
And so you see the future absolutely as cloud computing?
Yeah, for me it is. I'm totally with my head in the cloud. I really like the technology.
I love that phrase, that my heads are in the cloud. Great.
Yes.
And so what do you just to summarize some of the things that you were showing in your session, what were the key talking points that you were getting across?
I wanted to show them how to develop, not only showing the concepts, but I open up Visual Studio and I show them how to create, like for instance, web roles and worker roles in Azure, and how to configure .NET services. And I'm doing this with the background as a trainer. I'm also a trainer, so I'm just telling people, I'm just instructing people how to do that. So it's more an approach of a trainer than a typical breakout session. And I think that was very liked by the audience. They want to learn something, and if you do it like this, it is very respected by the audience.
And so if there was one or two things that if someone came up to you and said, well, I'm not so sure about this cloud computing, what's the benefits? What in your opinion is what makes that kind of cloud computing so compelling for people to get excited about, like you're excited about it?
Well, the big benefit is you have scalability. Otherwise, if you don't the Azure environment and you want to create a scalable application, it takes a lot of development effort to do that. And now the Azure framework has scalability as a very important concept. Everything you do in Azure is really based on configuration to create scalability. So you can add more instances of worker roles, of web roles, you can add data storage, you can add processing power if you want it. So that's a very big advantage.
Great. Well, thank you very much for that, because I know that there's a lot of people excited about it, and it's great to have it from a speaker in such a succinct manner.
All right.
So what got you interested in IT?
I've been interested in IT since I was a little boy. I got my first home computer when I was 13, and all my friends also got one, but they played games. They were gamers, and I decided to write my own games instead of playing games, and I succeeded in that. As a little guy, I could write some little application in some kind of basic syntax, and it is really interesting to do that. It is all based on creativity. You can create something from scratch. You can, as a developer, you can create something that does something for somebody else, which has value for somebody else, and that's very rewarding as a developer. You just create something from scratch. You use your own creativity, and you develop something. That is really important for me.
That's great. So you've taken also that creativity and put it into the community. I know, and you do some amazing work. So just tell people a little about what you've done. And you mentioned, you're doing stuff with a user group. But have you got any websites or any blogs or anything like that you want to shout out? And
yes, I do. I really like the community. I like to help people. I like to help them with problems. I like to give presentations about new technology. I like to give trainings. I also have my own personal blog where I post some postings, what is happening in the Belgian community. I also post some technical stuff on WCF and on Azure and things like that.
So give us a link so we can tell everybody.
The link is I've chosen a nickname for myself, and the nickname is Devitect. DevTech, which is the combination of developer and architect. And I consider myself somewhere in between as a developer and as an architect. So the URL is www.devtech.net. I got the .net extension.
Okay, great. And so lastly, what do you love about IT?
Well, I could say again the creativity. For me, IT or developing is just a way of life. It's not. For me, it's not complicated to develop something. It's just like reading. If I see Visual Studio, I'm happy to create some code. That's
So
what I like. Yeah.
You love IT for the creativity that gives you.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much.
Right.
And again, congratulations on winning Speaker Idol last year and presenting your own session. And I look forward to seeing the speaker scores to see whether you can win one of the bottles of champagne for best speaker.
All right.
No pressure.
No.
All right. Thanks very much.
All right.
Cheers.